What's up, guys? Adam West for Loud Labs NYC. As you know, Cyber Monday. Got a new camera. This is the Panasonic UX90. This is the unboxing video. Okay, no views yet. Never mind. Gonna be unboxing this bad boy. It's Panasonic UX90. As you know, I do use a DSLR currently for video. Never really ever used a camcorder. It's probably surprising to some people. However, this is my first camcorder ever. So it does have a lot of other advantages besides a DSLR. Actually, I'm going to grab my old DSLR for a quick demonstration. So those of you who are familiar with DSLRs, one of the issues with, and I know what you're thinking, oh, it's a photography camera. Exactly what a DSLR is. What's up, guy with Arabic words? How you doing? Assalamu alaikum. Nice hoodie, thank you. It's actually just a shirt over a hoodie, but if you guys want shirts and stuff, I'll see what I can do for you, because it was like a one-time homemade kind of thing, but I'm sure we can produce more, courtesy of my woman. Anyway, issue with DSLRs is when you zoom, you're doing it manually with your hand, right? You're not, if anyone is familiar with camcorders, you would simply press the WT rocker, wide, tight, to zoom. With this, now I know what you're gonna say, some people, you can get like a, what's up Juan? Buenos dias. You can get one of those focus knobs, and I tried that on here, and it's good for focusing. It's called, I forget what it's called, but you know, it's mainly for focusing, because this is too heavy to be adjusted with a follow focus. That's what I was thinking about. So anyway, this is very not smooth at all to be focusing with. Yeah, exactly, follow focus. So anyway, this is my old Canon T3i. If anyone wants to buy this, I am selling it. Although my current DSLR is a Canon 70D, which focuses much better. So yeah, like the topic of this video is the you know, Cyber Monday, Amazon. Do love Amazon. Do love Amazon. Of course, the folks in Long Island City will tell you otherwise. There's a giant protest going on right now. So let's proceed with the unboxing. I can't even think of the last time I did an unboxing video. Probably when I got night vision back when I played Airsoft back in the day, but super excited. First camcorder. I actually considered a Sony NX100, but the issue with that camera is that I heard it does not hold the low f-stop when you zoom in. So if it was dark at night, as you zoom in, you would lose that exposure, as in the image or the video would gradually. Juan, your phone's dying. You should plug your phone in. However, with the Panasonic UX90 or the 180 or even the DVX2000, I think that's the model number, it does hold that exposure. So let's say you're zooming in at night, you will still have that consistency of exposure. Now, one thing I already kind of did not like is how this isn't a shoulder camera. Did you get the bundle or just the camcorder? I believe just the camcorder, because the bundle was going to be like 2,000 something. This is the international version with all kinds of Cyber Monday discounts and Amazon $60 gift card and all that kind of stuff. It came out to be like $50.95 or something. What camcorder did you say you were getting? Canon XF705. I gotta see what that looks like because I'm not sure what that looks like. Alright. Here we go. ABC HD. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention. 4K, right? Now, highly doubt I'll need 4K. Morning, Adam. I see your package has arrived. That is correct. It has a hello from Canada. What's that about? Yep. So it is 4K. I don't need 4K. I probably won't use the 4K, but it's nice to future-proof. That's what they call it. Your camera purchase. So in the future, let's say they do switch to 4K, which is the future. You are kind of future-proof. Probably will be shooting in 1080p, exporting in 1080 or 720, depending on what I'm doing. But you will notice that camcorders with 4K do have better features than cameras without the 4K. Just in general, whether it's a larger LCD screen, lower f-stop, whatever it is. So let's unbox the unboxing. I mean, unbox the box that was inside the box. There we go. That's what it looks like. It looks like a keyboard, but I doubt it's a keyboard. So I did hear of this where they do provide charger for 2 batteries, but they only include 1 battery. So when you get an extra battery, you can just go ahead and plug that in there. It's the battery for the camera. And from what I heard, you can press this check button and it will tell you how much battery life it has from 0 to 100%. It looks like it might be 0. Careful with that gravity knife. They are illegal. Oh, is that right? So wait, this is a gravity knife? I don't even know what a gravity knife means, but so there's. Is this something where once you give it a little push, and then it like springs forward or something? Is that what it is? I don't know. I got it from a coworker of mine. So I think you can guess what some other work I might be into. Yeah. But useful for opening packages and envelopes at home. Although it does have a seatbelt cutter. Let's see. Well, check it out. Oh, I just realized something. So this is the international version. How in the hell am I gonna plug this in? I don't think I considered that. Check it out. So I'm assuming I would either need a converter or just a US plug to plug in here. I don't think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know, I wonder if even like a laptop cable might work, honestly. I definitely have to figure that one out. It's because they gave me some US Euro plug. No, this is the international version. So I guess that's what it is. So I think it's something where you just get the right plug to, you know, plug it in there and should be good to go. So got to figure that out. Manual, styrofoam. Now for the moment of truth. Struggle of putting the battery into the charger. Yep, that was first time, you know. Wow, I gotta say, weight, not too heavy, not too light. I wouldn't want a camera that's too light. It almost feels like a toy, but this weight, I would say, is a pretty decent weight. Yeah, much heavier than the. It's also much smaller than I thought it might have been. But then again, you know, this is going with the trend of the whole handy cam style. I mean, handheld the camcorders. But this is definitely a much larger, a little bit larger size than some of the smaller camcorders, handheld camcorders. Boom. Is this a 4K camera? That is correct, it is. Wow. I gotta say, it feels really sturdy. So yeah, this is it right here. Yes, it is 4K, as you can see. I feel like I just want to put the battery in just to see how it feels like with the battery as far as the weight goes. And that was really easy. Could probably do it this way as well. Then again, I can see it from here. Boom. Press this to release, and it's out. Alfred, paid around 1,500-ish. So you'll see the range on Amazon, anywhere from 1,600 to anywhere from $2,000. So that's the price range you're gonna notice on that. All right, so let's figure out how to open the, okay. See, that's way better than, I believe the NX100 has an actual cap. Not sure, but read my comment about the Ford Police SUV. Struggle. The all-new 2020 Police Explorer is coming out maybe in January 14. Detroit Auto Show. I will send it to you. Oh, you're gonna send me the new Police Explorer? That would be totally awesome, Juan. Oh yeah, I would agree. Someone said this is a beautiful camera or whatever. Yeah. It also feels almost larger or bulkier than the Sony NX100, which feels, the Sony, if you look at it, it does appear like it's kind of small. I have not even, shutter doors prevent you from touching the lens with your fingers. Yep. Yeah, that is definitely a great feature compared to the NX100 or even the Sony MC2500, I believe. The shoulder camera that's super cheap, like 1,000-ish, which makes you look like you know what you're doing when, you know, even the Sony NX100, which is a camera of this size, is much more capable. Does it fit in a tripod? It definitely will fit on the tripod, just it's all about mounting the plate on the bottom here. And then, yes, it's going to fit the tripod. So, yeah, so let's see. So the main, your dominant hand position is going to be on this. And of course, one of the main reasons getting camcorder is the zoom rockers. So this is going to be great for zooming your camera. What about the light? The light goes on the hot shoe in the top, right? I'm trying to think if I have any other lights here with me. Actually, I don't think so. It's all in the car. It's yeah, my light's in the car, so I can't really demonstrate that right now. But let's see. I do believe this is the record button. It's covered by a flap here. You've got the hot shoe to mount microphones, lights, whatever. Actually, the microphone I do believe goes on the side, which they provided. A microphone holder here. Don't have my mic on me right now, but so I do believe this is the mic holder that screws onto the side of the camera. I probably won't worry about that as of yet. Although I do have an extra microphone. So yeah, this already feels really comfortable, and I can definitely see myself using this for an extended period of time. On-off button is right over here. So I do believe it is not charged at all. So when you press the check battery, nothing is going on. LCD screen. LCD screen is right over here. Right, and wow, it's actually much bigger than, say, what I'm used to, which I'm used to this, right? You look at the difference in size there. Much bigger. And this LCD screen is rotatable, so you can technically, if you're doing some really super low shots, you can just look down on this while you're carrying the camcorder. Also, you can flip this way for those selfie shots, or when you mount it on the tripod and you're perhaps doing like a stand-up news, broadcast or whatever. What I can tell you, what I already did not like about this, that I was aware about, but this still was the best option as far as the price and the value, is that this is not able to flip sideways. I can't move this here. Whereas with my DSLRs and some camcorders, including the JVC, GY, or GUI something, those LCDs are able to flip sideways. So as an example, this is my DSLR, and you notice that I'm able to flip this sideways. And that's great for if you're trying to get, I think, discrete shots of people from, you're trying to aim at them. So you aim the camera this way, you're still controlling, you're still seeing what you're trying to frame in your shot, right? And the people you're recording, they may not be aware that they're being recorded. So, but you know exactly the shot you're getting because you're facing this LCD screen. Or when doing an interview, I like to face the screen this way. That way I'm standing on the side of the camera, almost closer to my subject that I'm interviewing. So with this, I cannot do that. So I'll have to figure out other methods. So another thing that I was concerned about when getting this camera was the fact that it wasn't a shoulder camera, right? As you know, if it's not on your shoulder, you have the issue with this being unstable, right? So, and I gotta say, this has some weight to it. Just holding this for the last 5 minutes, I'm already beginning to feel some stress on the right hand. So with these handheld camcorders, there's this instability right here, potentially. However, there's a method to stabilizing a handheld camcorder. The first one being your forearms are going to be, or your triceps are going to be resting on your body. You're going to have different points of contact as far as stabilizing that camera. Whereas you got one hand, you got your tricep there resting on your body, you got your other arm resting on your body as well, and you got that second point of contact on the camera with that zoom or focus. So now the camera is, as you can see, let's say if I'm moving around, even walking, it's relatively stable. Probably still not as stable as if it was on your shoulder, but it is pretty decent. It's probably the next best thing than having it on your shoulder. Now, this is what I'm curious about, which I haven't tried yet. And some people have told me that they're able to do this, especially with the cameras that are just a little bit longer, is to rest it either on yourself or on your shoulder, or just press it up against yourself. So let's try that. Does feel a little awkward though. All right, so here's my take on it based on the few seconds of doing it. It feels almost very cramped to be doing this. It feels very cramped, like you're not supposed to do it. Like it feels very awkward, right? Because now you're like here, it just feels weird. Not to mention the screen is now almost this close. I feel like I would almost have to do this. Right? If it was on my shoulder. This, I believe, is a little bit more realistic. Those of you who are familiar with, guns, or in my case, airsoft guns, back in the day. This against the shoulder feels a little bit more comfortable. Rotating the screen this way will allow me to look down at that screen and get that shot, while still be able to manipulate the zoom rocker and the focus, the focus ring over here. Now, unfortunately, this is not a camera where this handle is rotatable, so yeah. It does feel a little uncomfortable doing this. Maybe I would do it a little bit higher. Yeah. With that, I do believe a decent amount of stability can be achieved. I would like to cite Live PD, because if you just Google, say, Live PD cameraman, you're going to see that most of them use not one of those huge TV cameras, but handheld camcorder. And what you'll notice, you might be filming the cop in the police cruiser, they're holding the camera like this. They're recording the cop, right? They're looking at the camera like this, recording the cop. They're running and gunning a lot of the time. They'll be holding it like this, you know, whatever's comfortable for them. I've seen them where they're even rested up against them. You know, maybe something like this, or maybe even like this. You know, just really, it's just really, really super handy. And I can definitely see why, as far as prosumer cameras go, this is quickly becoming the standard as far as doing like documentary work, whether it's like live PD, whether it's because you don't, I guess you don't necessarily always want a huge TV camera because it could compromise some mobility. Before I got this, I always thought, well, it's not going to be as stable without a shoulder rig. And don't get me wrong, I will experiment with attaching a shoulder rig. In fact, I can probably try it right now, honestly. While we're all here, right? Might as well. So this is something I put together for originally my cell phone. But let's just try it with this camcorder. Now, I will not care for this at all because I do want the ability to lay the camera down flat. So I'll just go ahead and take this off. But what my intention is, what my plan is to do, though, however, is to only run around, at least when I'm not having a tripod, run around like this, just to get the feel for the camera without any external shoulder attachments, to get a feel for what it's like to run and gun, you know, however I might be doing it, just to see how stable I can get that video. Because I'm really curious about this style of videography. Whereas if you run and gun with this, don't get me wrong, can you do it? You probably can, but it's not a typical, it's not a very ideal video experience because you're doing this. I think the LCD screen definitely helps. You can certainly, what's going on? Flood warning in New Jersey. Okay, whatever. You can certainly go around. You can use the similar stable technique, going around, you know. It probably will be stable, especially if it does have autofocus. But I just feel it's not how ideally you would do video. That's why with my Canon 70D, I attached the entire shoulder rig. So out of curiosity, yeah, let's attach the shoulder rig. I'm sure I'll make things much more traditional feeling, as far as feeling like it's a TV camera, like a actual shoulder rig. I'm probably supposed to be attaching 2 screws on here, but just for the sake of demonstration, let's just do 1. Now the reason for 2 screws, of course, is to increase that stability and make it more secure on that shoulder rig, and will prevent the the shoulder rig from swaying back and forth, because now you got 2 points of attachment on the bottom of that camera with the I may even need a longer one. All right, I think we got it. And now it's straight. So here we go, guys. A very basic shoulder attachment. What I've done is you can get a simple 15 millimeter base plate, and 15 millimeters would be these rods. That's what most camera systems or rigs are. The foundation of those rigs is the 15 millimeter rod, which is the size of these rods. And this is the 15 millimeter rod or base plate attachment. It doesn't have a rise or anything. It's just a very basic 15 millimeter tripod plate or camera base plate, whatever. Of course, the rods are customizable in length. You can get different lengths. This length is something that's pretty short. Wish I could tell you the size. If I had to guesstimate, it would be 10 inches. Akrav Jalal, can I work with you? You absolutely can. Should I join you in this? Alejandro. It's funny, Alejandro, if you're close by, actually, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm home. That's my dude, Alejandro. He doesn't live too far away. Yeah. Hey, Alejandro, my woman's not at home, so you can come over. I'm auxiliary PO. How you doing, Ashraf? So it's, you know, there's guys similar to you in our organization. I'll tell you that. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, do we get any jobs near the World Trade Center? Last one we got by the World Trade Center was a fire in Wall Street. So anyway, 10-inch rods. Al, I feel like by the time you come over here, I'll be done with this review. And a simple shoulder pad. The one I use for my DSLR, it's much more comfortable. However, it is angled. So as far as, and one of the issues with that is because of that angle, it makes the bottom here stick out. So let's say I wanted to put this on the ground to get a nice ground shot. You can already see this shoulder pad is, let's say this was the ground. That's not, now it's going to be facing, you know, tilting more towards the ground versus, you know, so that is already one of the issues with using a shoulder attachment. Now, of course, I did see a shoulder pad where the rods are attached more towards here. In that case, one would still be able to achieve that flatness when laying that camera on the ground. So, but you know, for all intents and purposes, we're just trying to test it with this basic shoulder pad. Juan, am I gonna go live? Depends. My car's in service, so you know, we'll see how that works out. So let's try it with this shoulder pad, because I'm really curious. So already I can feel that as far as balance and stability, that there's a front heaviness to this. And that's of course because there's no counterweight in the back. Photography guy. Oh, you're part of BNN, so you know radios. That's great. who we are looking for is folks who live in New York City, folks who drive, have one of these bad boys, camcorder or DSLR, right? If you only have a cell phone, you know, definitely get a tripod for that cell phone, and be the guy who's willing to invest in better equipment in the future, right? You're available mostly on overnights. The daytime is not our primary operating environment. Ideally, you would have a primary income, because I don't recommend anyone be leaving their day jobs or full-time jobs to be doing stringing, because it is a hustle. Queens, great. You live in New York City, that's great. So, camera, drive, live in New York City, be willing to work overnights, have a primary income, you know. You do stringer also. What do you mean you do stringer? Are you talking about the app or what? So here's the thing about that app, if you're referring to the app. Only 3 stations use that app, and not all the stations. So if you join us, we send our footage to all the stations, all the 10 local stations. So you're making maximum leverage of your time when you are working with us, because you are submitting to a whole bunch more outlets than just that app, which only supplies it to 3 stations. Thank you, Juan. Anyway, like I said, so now we're testing this shoulder rig with this. So yeah, there's a lack of balance. However, there is stability. As opposed to not having this, I now have something that is gonna increase that stability. Now, do I necessarily have to do this anymore? No, I can do this knowing that I do have the support of that shoulder rig. I don't necessarily need to, you know, get the maximum body support for this. And Alejandro, yes, to answer your question, there's your answer, 4K. I will not be shooting in 4K though. I might do some test footage for, you know, shits and giggles, and just to see how that looks. Maybe post some test video online and stuff. But 99% of what we shoot is gonna be in probably 1080. I gotta turn this on. Yeah, Q&A how to join the team. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, and I'm definitely curious to do the 4K. So, we were talking about the camcorder. I wish I could turn this on, but they gave me Euro plugs. Yeah. I wonder if I have something though to plug this in. I bet I do, because it just looks very familiar. Like one of those video game things maybe, who knows. So let's go over other features that I might check out or notice. I don't even really know this camera. I haven't even turned it on yet. Let's see, you got a focus assist right here. You've got different ND filters. Anyone does not know what an ND filter is, it kind of makes the lens dark. So let's say you're in super bright light. Let's say you put a really dark ND filter or whatever. Now you're gonna be able to, let me see the plug again. Yeah, I need something to plug in there, because if I plug this in there, I have a Euro plug. So yeah, back to the ND filter. If you put a really dark ND filter in the daylight and in the sunlight, you're gonna be able to get better, say, shallow depth of field, for example, or just a much better image that's not overexposed, right? Not too bright. It's like sunglasses for your camera. Looks like this is the gain, the white balance is all here. You notice how many buttons are here accessible while you are shooting. You don't have to go into some menus, right, as you would with a DSLR. Let's see, user 1, 2, 3. So let's say for example purposes, you know, this is what I like, how I like to customize the camera to my needs. Then let's say Alejandro uses it, and then let's say, you know, Clint uses it or whatever. You know, we can set different users. Or maybe I might have a night mode, day mode, whatever that means. SD cards, that is pretty cool. So slide this open, access to SD cards. I did hear you can, ow, this is actually kind of heavy. I did hear you can put 2 SD cards in there and you can record to both of them simultaneously. And so let's say if one card goes corrupt, the other card is able to operate as your backup. At least I believe that's how it works. This is your audio levels. You do have 2 XLR ports, one on the external right here on the top, and you have another one on the right side rear, right here. So back to the audio, I do believe this opens up and you're able to access your audio here. What controls are there? Let's see. Channel select, input 1, line mic, that kind of stuff, you know. Of course, you have your audio levels here as well. Now, these are accessible even when the door is shut, so you're still able to access it, right? One, yes, you are definitely going to see some awesome footage, especially some nice, smooth zooming. Cannot wait to use that. Let's see what else we got. This, I believe, is the control where auto or manual, right? Mostly, we're probably going to be using auto, but you can select on this camera on what settings you want it to be, that you want to be manual. So let's say I wanted everything automatic on this camera, except for, say, the iris. Anyone does not know what iris is. It operates similarly to the f-stop function on a DSLR, where let's say you're filming something at night, but you're filming it in automatic mode. You may decide that you want to be able to adjust that iris by yourself, right? At night, I hear some folks, some cameras at least, do have problems focusing at night. You may want to have that focus adjusted manually as well. So, let's see what other functions. This I have to figure out what this is. This maybe have to do with the shutter speed. Buttons on top. You do have, you know, your tight and your wide zooming rocker here. You got the record button, I believe. This says volume here, so I'm assuming you can control volume here as well with the zoom rocker. Record check, oh, you have to figure that out. How many crews do you have in New York City? One, I cruise. There's not really any other crews besides us, none that we see out regularly anyway. And that's all I have to say about that. I will say that the top daytime guy is Peter and the top nighttime guy is Louis. I do see them out pretty often. They work full time, they do this for a living. Great guys, total gentlemen. Totally respect them. We never have, you know, drama with them like you would see in Shot in the Dark. That's how cool we all are, you know. This, I believe, is for off and on. This red button, and I do believe this is how you would turn the camera on as well. Oh wait, you would just rotate it to turn it on. Wait a minute, is this gonna turn on right now? That would be great if it didn't. It would be great if they pre-charged that battery. Then I'm assuming the red would be to press record once it's on. Let's see. You got a USB outlet here. This is the, I suppose you could look through this, or you could look through the LCD screen. I'm probably going to be an LCD screen guy, although I would be curious how this would work. They come with a, this is the eye cup. I think it makes it look cooler as well, the eye cup. Reminds me of night vision. And probably in the daytime where the sun is really super bright, I can definitely see this being really handy in, you know, and I believe Chris told me that you can have this, when you have this closer to you, you can have it just like, I don't know how he does it now. Maybe like this. I don't know. Definitely if you're doing this, you can't be using that, right? That's why you can even go upwards, because you can't even do this. So it would be interesting, but from what I heard is that when you put your eye up here, you will see it through here, but as soon as you take it off, it'll go back on the LCD screen. Something like that. But I do have to figure that one out. Got the rings here. I believe this is zoom. Focus, zoom, and the third one being iris for that f-stop control, or brightness, whatever you want to call it. Ports for, let's see what this is. How do you even open it? There you go. All kinds of ports. Video, audio, iris, whatever. More, I got DC in for external power and something else. Headphones. I do believe I've gone over everything. I heard this lens hood is removable as well. I do believe you just twist it off. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a push button here. And that is removable. And that does lower the profile of the camera. Look how small it is now, right? Now this looks like one of those, I don't know, cinema cameras or whatever, movie cameras that you would mount on a rig, and you would put like a large, you know, what is it? Matte box. If you don't know what a matte box is, it's a matte box. Gotta grab the parts. One more piece and we're good. One more piece. And I dropped. Oh well, couldn't find it, but what the hell. So yeah, this is a matte box, so I guess if you took that off and you attached this with some kind of rig where it looks like, I don't know, you're shooting a movie or something, or something fancy, this could technically go like that, and now you look like, you know. But I'll probably be sticking with this. Alright. I just gotta figure out how to put this back. Hey, welcome to the Loud Lab show over here. Hey, what do you say?
How you doing?
All right, guys, we have a guest. This is one of my shooters.
Hey, what's
Doesn't shoot a
on?
gun. He shoots cameras, right?
Yeah, no guns. We don't play with guns.
This is Señor Alejandro aquí for our Spanish viewers, right?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Those of you who watch Telemundo and Univision, this is your guy right here, right? Hey, Juan Catalina. The camera take a long time to arrive. No, actually, Amazon Prime, as you know, 2 days. 2 days. Yep, Amazon Prime. Gotta love Amazon Prime.
Here's that piece that you wanted, by the way.
Oh.
So,
All right. So you brought over. Wait a minute.
that is the piece.
Does it plug in here?
I don't know. You told me. What's
Oh,
the?
you know
this
what?
is this
I
piece.
think this can plug into the laptop cable. You think?
Yeah, that's what I have. I believe this one goes. Yep, this fits perfect.
Oh, it fits the laptop cable.
No.
So this is the charge of the battery.
There's two different ones. Look, I take this one and look it up. Does it? Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does. I'm sorry.
That works too.
Yeah, but this one is more for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would agree.
Yeah, you don't.
All right,
you
so
don't
you
wanna
actually
short it.
brought a cable that is compatible. What do you use that for, by the
The
way?
laptop.
Your laptop?
You could buy this for $15.
Yeah, I should be able to get.
You got a micro center. Pretty much.
Or even, I'm curious if the laptop cable might work.
Yeah, but since it's not for that, I could short it.
Oh, it has to be like the same.
Yeah, because it fit perfect. The other one was sticking up. I'm out of breath. I ran up a couple.
Yeah, it's like 4 flights. Alejandro is the lifesaver. Hey, welcome to the show.
You know what's more lifesaver? I found parking.
What?
I found parking.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. New York City, parking is a pain in the ass.
Hey, let me take this off.
In the Alpha Sierra. And it's charging.
Oh shit.
Alright, keep your clothes on, please.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, I can't really think of anything else while this camera is off to show you guys. Like I said, I wish this thing right here
What is all this?
would rotate the other way, but it does not. Not a big deal, you know. So I'm probably not gonna try it with the shoulder rig for now, just because I want to get the you try it. Tell me what you think. I just don't like the.
I think you were having a struggle with this. It doesn't fit properly in your. Like I was looking when I was watching your video. This doesn't. If you have a big shoulder like mine, this doesn't fit.
No.
It feels uncomfortable.
See, my other one had it's kind of curved.
Yeah, it's
You see?
curved. Like
That might work
naturally,
better, yeah.
it works. But this is like you see, it's like for a kid's shoulder.
I want the one that's.
Because
a little
me,
bit
I
elevated.
have big shoulders, so
Uh-huh.
this is uncomfortable. It's light. It feels for me. It feels light.
Yeah.
I don't feel no. You feel for heavy
Well,
a little bit, maybe
yeah.
for long periods of time. But that's when you just.
That's where the counterweight comes in too. You know.
But the
And it
camera's
does elevate the camera a little higher as well.
the
So,
camera's pretty. It's not that bad though. It's
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Let's take that off. You tell me how you feel without it.
I'm still out of broccoli.
How was the quality? It was pretty good, right? Because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's really good. If you're like running around in the streets with that, it's not gonna.
Yeah, because then you're gonna Wi-Fi in the streets, unless of course we're close to one of those Link NYCs. Try that now. Now, of course, that's without the battery, so you're not the weight isn't.
You know what's funny is
Vivos
now I feel a
accurate.
little less stable.
Now you feel less stable.
Yeah.
Try the the close to your body.
This
thing.
opens up, right? You had a screen here? Oh, it's right.
Try the thing where it's close to your body, but like that.
Yeah, it feels.
Get this out of
Okay. Yeah, it feels.
Is your
you
hand
can-
in the thing?
Yeah, my hand's right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it feels.
What
now
about
you feel
this
a little
touching?
heavy.
Your,
I think with this on it didn't feel that heavy. Now it feels. You got a
try
little more.
touching
weight.
your chest here, like close up. Do you think you can? Do you think that's realistic? Yeah, I see live PD. That's how they
Yeah, it's how they run around and
yeah,
catch
they
it.
run around like this while it's low, and they're running after perps, going on foot pursuits, fun stuff.
Worst course, you can go like this too.
Yeah, but now you're.
Now your
Like-
arm is gonna start hurting you.
I mean, you still feel like you can realistically look at the LCD screen, right?
Yeah,
Even
I'm
though
looking,
it's on
I'm
your
like,
shoulder.
it's right here. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna try a lot of things. That's why I'm really curious about this setup because, like I said, using a DSLR for me.
Should have fun and put a live PD sticker right here.
I should probably put a Loud Lab sticker on there. No.
Do you have one? I actually have one.
I actually got one on my laptop right here.
Yeah,
But I just need to cut the bottom out.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm really super excited to give this bad boy a test, run through, whatever. You will see the video once I post it up.
Your girlfriend's gonna be mad when you're outside till like midnight. I mean, till like midday with this camera. You go out at 9 o'clock and you come back at midday.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Like after the Bensonhurst fire. Right?
After the Benson, I got home at
Yeah.
like 9 in the morning, man.
AWB on here. Don't know what that is. We'll figure that out. Here, I'm gonna. So let's see if you guys have any questions. Oh wait, we don't want to cut. Alejandro.
Yeah, you don't want me in here.
Start charging battery for tonight's work. Thanks for reminding me. You can get parking with a Mini Cooper.
At one point, I was driving a smart car when my
Huh?
car was in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Those
was
are fun. You can do a whole U-turn without
without doing a K.
a 3-point turn,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
and
That's what's great about that.
funny. It's uncomfortable. I'll be honest with you. If you're tall.
If you find parking, it's a miracle. That is correct. Actually, metered parking is a little bit more manageable
Yeah, I find
because
it
people
metered.
have to pay. But then they raise the parking.
Yeah,
Right?
certain
It's
areas just be like $2
I feel like
for.
we're on a talk show right now.
Yeah.
Right? You got a guest and everything. You got a Spanish correspondent, Aki. Right? It would be funny if there was a fight right on here. We'd just go
Be off
like,
camera, like-
and we'd be like, oh, we're live. It's gonna be a shot in the dark too.
They need more worldwide views.
Great question. We have not heard what's up.
What I was.
And Scott will probably tell you the same thing.
Yeah, Scott said that if they want a season 2, they need more worldwide views in Australia. I think it is.
Mm.
So that's what.
Well,
he
well, Scott, last time he was live, he was like, "Oh, you're watching it right now."
Yeah.
Auto white balance. Okay. Definitely do like auto features. Until what time do you work? Mostly we work overnights. Mini Cooper. I would not drive a Mini Cooper. The last time I was in a Mini Cooper,
My friend has one.
it was with a girl I met at a nightclub in Pittsburgh. Who I never saw
Way
again.
back when.
After a wonderful night of fun. Let's see.
See, I was watching.
How
my
many
show.
crews do you have? Oh, I already answered that one. Bonsoir. Oh, wait a minute. Is that French, right?
So you have an HDMI 4?
What is the worst number fire alarm? Huh? What?
Yeah, we
Yeah, you can probably do HDMI out, whatever with that. I'm thinking? Where do you attach the sling? I'm thinking here and here, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. What.
I would be curious to attach some kind of sling to that.
So you can let it hang like this on your side. Or don't bang into anything if you do.
Yeah, tactical style. I still got to get the bag is coming tomorrow for this.
I'm surprised when I woke up and I seen your.
Yeah, they said it was gonna come Thursday, but it came today. But you know, that's Amazon Prime shipping
like,
for you. I have it in my car. No, wait, that's you. What is the worst number fire alarm? We've seen anywhere from what, 5, 6
I
alarms.
seen 7.
Yeah. And it always happens in.
7 was King's Plaza.
Oh yeah.
King's Plaza with the parking lot
all
fire.
The cars were on fire.
That was 7.
Right? Yeah, we should have went to that, but we were probably sleeping from working the overnights.
I was awake, but I wasn't with you at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Habla en español. Hola.
Oh man, you put me in the spot. Oh, he has any questions?
My paisa que habla español. It might be auto white balance. Yeah, it probably is auto white balance. Andres Gracia. Yep. So that's it, guys. See if you guys have any last questions before I
You should try to turn
end
it
the
on.
live stream.
You should try to turn it on, charge it a little bit.
I wonder how much juice we do have.
Yeah. We're gonna turn it on for you guys to see if he.
So just more than an unboxing, it's a. Just play that song, right?
Switch up.
Oh wait, it's already.
I turned it off. Up.
No, actually, it was on the on thing.
It was on?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Panasonic, turn on. Wow, it talks. No, I'm kidding. Forgot to press the red button. Yeah, I don't think it's charged.
Have you pushed it on?
Even the.
Oh, somebody.
All right, guys. So that might be my mechanic. Hopefully my car's fixed or about to be fixed.
Yeah, you want to get it fixed? I still have to get mine fixed. My airbag light.
Damn airbag light. All right, take care, guys. See any last questions? They do have to return that call. Alejandro, what do you go live to? Yeah, he can go live. I believe on Facebook. And then
Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's my first name ALEJANDRO, last name FELICIANO. I think it's LLN.
What we also do is make you like a live contributor on Facebook, so you can go live on Facebook. And then as soon as you're done,
Can you do it on YouTube too or no?
I gotta look into that to
Yeah.
see what we can do with that.
I'm always out at night too sometimes.
So I take care, guys. I'm gonna see what's up with my car, and we're gonna as soon as the battery's charged, we're gonna try and get perhaps a second video, which we're gonna call testing the Panasonic UX 90 at home or whatever. So take care.